What keeps older adults awake at night? And it's no great surprise, right? Money, care, living long time, being sick, disputes with family. Heck, I know why you're worried about some of those things, right? They're serious. So, it's funny because we all have things going on in our minds, things we're concerned about. How many times have you said, "How are you today?" And fine, fine, right? Maybe you're not fine. I want to talk about that today. So, if you've got those thoughts occupying space in your brain about not being able to manage your money, wanting to figure out how to manage your money better, right? What happens if you can't drive? What happens if you can't make decisions and someone else needs to step in? You know, Loss of control is oftentimes a part of life, but it's not a weakness. It's really a normal risk of longevity. So that's why I want to shift your mindset today to say that planning, yes, the big P, estate planning, and I can help you with that, is not a surrender. It is not a waste of time. It is a smart move and it's leadership on your part. Doing something to guide the future, guide your family, offer some parameters, make some plan, and I guarantee you, if you start doing that, the fear will dissipate. It will. So the biggest fear, I mentioned a lot of things, but the biggest fear really is losing control, right? And how you keep that control moving forward. Well, we're used to our routines and everything, but I don't think control is about doing everything yourself, right? We probably think of it that way. But more so, it's about deciding who steps in, who do you trust, how do they step in, and what happens if you can't do those things. So, losing independence, fear of losing independence and control it's one of the most common concerns when it comes to aging. It's right up there with dying. So I would think losing control has more options than the other, right? But those are just things we have that come with life. So I want to talk about how many people are involved with the fear of losing control. And it may surprise you. So really, 2/3 of adults worry about losing independence as they age. And it may be different aspects of independence, but, have you ever worried about being able to stay in your house, be able to buy groceries, be able to buy your prescriptions, make that work, get to your doctor's office? That's all part of the independence that you're used to in your life, right? So 63%, that's 2/3, right? Of people report moderate or strong concerns about losing their independence later in life. And that independence, it ironically matters more than longevity. So 78% of adults age 65 plus said they'd rather have independence than living longer if it meant depending on somebody else. That's pretty sobering, isn't it? Well, I want to meet you in the middle and tell you that you can maintain your quality of life. You're going to have to change some things, but you need to take action now because if you do start losing independence or need extra help, you will have the plan in place that gives your family or your friends or whoever it is, your spouse, the authority to do those things that you want them to do and not do the things you don't want them to do. These are people that are supposed to serve in your stead.